Okay guys, so we're here at Blast from the Past. It's a store in Burbank, California. I've been here before, but I'm going to take you guys for a bit of a tour, and also there's some little gems that I found. But what I want to do is try and get Larry, who is the owner, and get him to give us a bit of a walkthrough. I'm just going to pan around. You can see the size of the store. It's not too bad, pretty decent size. And also, just for good measure, check this out. That's a USS flag over here. So let's look around and see what other goodies we can find.
Hey everybody, my name is Larry Ross. Welcome to my shop, which is called Blast from the Past. Greetings to everybody there in Australia. So glad to have you with us. We're located in Burbank, California. So if you ever get over here, please stop by and say hi. This is the horror section. Monster toys. We've got a Demogorgon from Stranger Things, various action figures. Currently, NECA is the company that's really doing a good job with these guys. There's a Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, very popular. Everybody loves the Creature. Never made sense to me that his lips were so bright red. Of course, in the black and white film, it doesn't come across that way, but in all the posters, bright red lips. It's like he's wearing lipstick or something. Creature didn't seem the type to me, but I guess. These are ones that have clothing. Yeah, interesting thing, Mego. Everybody going, where does that name come from? The owner of the company had a little girl, and anytime he was going off someplace, she would say, "Daddy, Mego? Mego?" And it became kind of a family thing, and eventually that's where the company got named. So, people saying Mego or pronouncing it different ways, no, it's Mego. This is our case where things are out of the package. Everything from, like, these guys are from a Japanese film called War of the Gargantuas, a movie I loved as a child. One of the local stations would play the same movie 5 nights in a row. My mom was a real stickler for bedtime, so the movie would start at 8 o'clock. Bedtime was 8:30, so I would watch the first half hour 4 nights in a row, and then Friday night, no school tomorrow, I would get to finish the dang movie. These are the 12-inch figures on display. One of the newer ones here, Christopher Lee as Dracula. Heard a story on a podcast. Christopher Lee had gone to, I believe it was Hungary, to film The Howling Part 2. And he goes to this town where they're filming, and the townspeople just came out and greeted him like a hero. Well, he was. He had liberated that town from the Nazis in World War II. So it wasn't about his acting. They loved him for what he had done for them. So I hear nothing but wonderful things about Christopher Lee. Unfortunately, no longer with us. So as we come over here, we turn the corner, and now we're in the science fiction section, predominantly Star Wars. One of the better selections in town, but boy, it is getting harder and harder to find them. So we've got some empty pegs here and there, unfortunately. Just acquired a big collection, more recent stuff, but I had to drive, it was a 3-hour drive to get to the collection, but we brought it back. So then above us, we have the ships. We get over to here, and this is kind of the end of Star Wars, and now we've got everything else. Mostly Trek, but also RoboCop, E.T., Back to the Future, Terminator, and then our case here, Avatar over here. We'll cross over the famous gigantic G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. Everyone told us this will sell right away. Well, we've had it about a year and it hasn't yet, so individually. Yeah. A guy came in with it, and so I was happy to see it because, yeah, lots of people talk about it. Here we have rolled posters, everything from superheroes, Disney. We got some monsters, Frank Frazetta, big fan of Frank Frazetta myself. Yes. Raiders, Labyrinth, Lost Boys, Halloween, Shining. So, my all-time favorite film, Night of the Living Dead. Dinosaurs, Harry Potter. We get into some Lord of the Rings down here. Although that's a section that's got quite thin as well. What would you say are the big fandoms in Australia? Is it Star Wars? Is it
Lots of Transformers.
Transformers? Okay.
G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Motu.
Oh yeah, we're heading over in that direction now. This is our T-shirts. Lots of shirts. America, we're a little heavier, I think, than you folks are, but so more extra larges than mediums. So many of you may have heard the name Derek Wyatt. He had passed away not too long ago. Well, his father got in contact with us, and we bought his entire collection. His house was filled to the brim. Some of it was chaotic. Some of it was still in package. But I filled my van 8 times. It took 3 days to move the collection over here. It was a lot of stuff. So and we still have a fair amount. The bulk of it has been sold. This has been 2-3 years ago now. This is something kind of recent that they've done. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have heard of it, but they took the Ninja Turtles and made them as monsters,
Yes.
which they did years ago, but now it's they've done them in a more modern version. So there's these nice sculpts on these. It's interesting how the toy market has changed. For years and years it was Kenner with the little Star Wars and G.I. Joe figures. And then McFarlane came along and said, we can do better. And boy, the work that McFarlane Toys put out was just astounding. And now it seems to have shifted over to NECA. NECA is doing some great stuff. It'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. Here's my vintage Ninja Turtles shelf.
Yes. Amazing.
Right down here is the Motu, Masters of the Universe.
Yep.
Mixture of the old and the somewhat newer ones. Newer are up on the top shelf. And then we've got Power Rangers. Is Power Rangers big there as well?
Massive too,
Okay.
Australia.
Some odds and ends at the bottom there. Thundercats. We have a Ghostbusters Ecto-1 down there. Now we're into our comics and superheroes. Now, ordinarily, this would be just packed with loose figures, but it's been pretty picked over. So we're a little thin. This is the Marvel case. And right next door, we've got DC, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, all of that sort of thing. This is our actual comic area. Most people walk in and assume we're a comic book store. And while we do have some comics, we're much more action figures, posters, T-shirts. That's our real bread and butter. That's where we really sell things.
You have quite a nice collection here also of Spawn.
Yeah, very early pieces.
Early pieces, yeah. I mean, I got to say they're in very good nick. Are they actually reissues or are
Nope,
they actually
those are the originals.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how do you find something like that? Like how do
It's amazing. Once word gets out that I'm buying,
yeah.
I've had a dozen people a day coming in a lot of the time.
I mean, there's no yellowing. It's still in a great nick. Everything's intact, and it looks like you bought this in the 90s from day one.
Yeah,
Incredible.
it does.
Incredible.
And I have never fully solved the mystery of what causes yellowing. I'll have them come out of a box. It's been in this box for 20 years, and one will be yellow, and one right next to it is clear and clean like this. I don't know if it's the plastic they were using that day. I don't know if there's a heat factor. Some have said if it's in a smoking home,
Yeah.
sometimes they yellow and sometimes they don't. And
yeah.
I can't totally figure it out.
Yeah.
I know that there are things that I wouldn't do, leave it in the windowsill.
Yeah.
That obviously is not the smart move, but that pretty much comes to the end. I've got one more thing. This is something we just recently started carrying. It's a company called Enesco, Department 56, and they do wonderful village kind of things. It's a little pricier, but the detail on them is really fun. Now, most of what Enesco does is Christmas villages, Disney villages, things along those lines. We stuck with the monsters and Ghostbusters and that kind of thing, although we have Batman in there too. But anyway, that's a fun company. We're expecting to see big things with them in the future. Oh, one more thing I'll show you. I've got a dragon and a dinosaur. Just got this one in. I had one a couple of years ago, but he'll keep going all day if I leave him on. It's motion activated, so little kids go by, suddenly he's roaring and they're crying. Oh, and then the Dilophosaurus too. This is the other one that's pretty fun. The real Dilophosaurus didn't have the frill. That was not even in the book. It's invented for the movie. And real Dilophosauruses didn't spit poison. There was a specimen that they found that had a gap in its teeth. Scientists were speculating that possibly that was just like a spitting cobra today. It spat through that gap in the teeth. But as they've found more specimens, that gap was an individual, not a species thing. Kind of like David Letterman. He has a gap in his teeth, but he doesn't spit poison. So go figure.
Now, how cool is that? I mean, Larry is such a lovely guy, so hospitable and certainly a gentleman. So if you want to find out more, definitely try and put a link, but I'm not sure if they have a website, don't think so, but if they do, also we'll put the email address link so that if you guys do want anything, I know they do have an Instagram page, so I'll definitely link to that. And if you want to find or you see anything in this video that you might want to get, perhaps maybe even the USS flag, make sure you get in touch with Larry. They're lovely people here and wonderful service too. So yeah, there you go. Burbank, California. Toy stores everywhere and definitely bring you all the toy goodness from United States of America.
Like, share, and subscribe to Toy Reel.
Yes.
Now that's TOYREEL.
That's it.
All right. Cool.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks you. Take care now.